If you've been following the Whittakers story, you know it is far more than just a tale of poverty or hardship. It is a human story filled with questions about dignity, trust, and survival. For years, the Whittaker family of Odd, West Virginia, has lived under the public eye. Their lives captured through Laita's soft white Underbelly documentaries. Their struggles have sparked compassion from many, but they have also stirred debate. What is the best way to help a family so deeply vulnerable? Not just with money, but with long-term sustainable care that protects their dignity, health, and safety. And perhaps more importantly, how do we ensure that help does not unintentionally do more harm than good? While the world has watched with sympathy, cracks in trust began to appear. In a shocking revelation, B.J. Whittaker, Larry Whittaker's daughter, admitted that she once fabricated her father's death in order to collect funeral donations. That single confession sent shockwaves through the community of supporters, raising serious doubts about whether future fundraising efforts could be trusted. Then came another tragedy. In late 2024, the family's mobile home was destroyed in a devastating fire. In response, Laita launched a GoFundMe campaign, setting a goal of around $16,000 to help them rebuild. By May 2025, about $7,150 had been raised, but almost immediately skepticism resurfaced. Online voices questioned the legitimacy of the fire and the integrity of the fundraising. One viewer remarked, "There is something shady about this fire." Another warned, "All that GoFundMe money better not even go to any family members." This controversy cuts deeper than one incident. It highlights a broader, more troubling dilemma. How should society support individuals and families with severe cognitive disabilities when layers of deception, mistrust, and sensational exposure complicate the issue? Donations can help in the short term, but without transparency and structure, money alone rarely changes the cycle. That's why many have called for greater oversight through adult protective services, Medicaid waiver programs, and court-appointed guardianship. These are not quick fixes, but they offer something far more valuable: long-term stability and accountability. And yet, just as questions of trust reached their peak, two new figures stepped into the spotlight. In early September 2025, Carroll, a content creator from Georgia, and Patrick Roark, a local from Odd, West Virginia, publicly announced that they had taken up the mantle of supporting the Whittakers. During a live Q&A session, they introduced themselves not as filmmakers, but as advocates, ordinary men determined to bring stability back to the family's lives. Their ambitions were bold: raising funds to build a new home with the help of Amish builders, repairing roofs and walls, arranging better living conditions, and even stepping into daily caregiving roles. Eric claimed he could temporarily house Timmy in Georgia, offering short-term stability away from the chaos, while Patrick pledged to help from within the community. They also suggested exploring legal guardianship options, a step that could formalize the support the Whittakers so desperately need. Reports even surfaced that B.J. Whittaker had been served an eviction notice, signaling a dramatic shift in household control. But as with everything in the Whittakers story, not everyone trusts what they see. Critics have raised serious concerns about Eric and Patrick's intentions. Are they truly motivated by compassion? Or are they chasing influence, attention, or control? The very actions they frame as care, housing Timmy, filming interactions, raising money under their names, are seen by others as troubling signs of exploitation. So the story continues, full of contradictions. On one hand, there is undeniable need, a family trapped by poverty, disability, and social neglect. On the other, there is controversy, mistrust, and the lingering fear that every new savior might be just another opportunist. And in the middle of it all remain the Whittakers themselves: Betty, Lorraine, Timmy, Ray, ordinary people carrying the weight of extraordinary scrutiny. Their future now hangs in the balance of two possibilities: formal state care that offers oversight and protection, or community-led intervention that risks repeating the same cycle of controversy. This is not just a story about one family in West Virginia. It is a mirror reflecting a larger question. When society encounters its most vulnerable, do we rally together with compassion and accountability, or do we allow their lives to become a spectacle of endless drama?